My name is Spalding. I am a basketball. Round, orange, stitched for the game. I was made to bounce, to fly, to be part of something bigger. One day, a legend picked me up. His hands were strong, his presence electric. He signed his name on me with a black marker, a signature that felt like a promise. Suddenly, I was more than a ball. I was history. Cameras flashed, people cheered. I felt like a star. I imagined the court, the crowd, the championships. But then, the legend handed me to someone else. I was placed in a box. The lid closed. Darkness. Confusion set in. Wasn't I meant for the game? The signature on my side felt heavy. I waited, hoping this was just the beginning, but the box stayed closed, and my dreams faded into silence. I was a basketball made for greatness, trapped in the dark. My journey had taken a turn I never expected. I clung to the memory of the legend's touch. I wondered if I'd ever see the court. The world outside was gone. All I had was hope. I was special, but I was hidden away. The promise of greatness pressed against my leather. I waited for the light to return. I waited for my real life to begin. But for now, I was just a signed basketball in a box. My story was paused, not ended. I held on to hope in the darkness. The box became my world, silent, dark, endless. Days blurred into weeks, then months. I waited for the legend to return, for the game to begin. Sometimes the box moved and hope flickered, but it always ended with more darkness, more waiting. I replayed the moment of my signing, clinging to the memory. I was made for action, but I sat unused. My purpose felt distant, almost forgotten. Then one day, the lid opened. Light flooded in, blinding and beautiful. A new face appeared. Not the legend, but someone kind. He lifted me gently, admiring the signature. My hopes surged. Was this my chance? Would I finally feel the court beneath me? I was ready to play, to be more than a memory. The man smiled, turning me in his hands. I imagined the sound of sneakers, the echo of a bounce. My long wait might finally be over. I was made for the game, not for the dark. The world felt new again, full of possibility. I was a basketball with a story to tell. The signature still shone, a mark of greatness. I was ready for my next chapter. The darkness was behind me. I was ready to live. But the man didn't take me to a court. He placed me in a room filled with trophies and memories. I was set inside a glass case, on display for all to see. I could see out, but I couldn't move. People admired me, pointed at the signature, spoke the legend's name. I was proud, but also sad. I was a trophy, not a teammate. Through the glass, I watched kids play basketball outside. I longed to bounce, to fly, to be part of the game. My leather ached for action. Days passed in sameness, sunrise, sunset, dusting, silence. I was safe, preserved, but not alive. The signature would never fade, but neither would my longing. I was a memory of greatness, not a participant. I watched the world move on without me. The court was so close yet unreachable. I dreamed of being more than a display. I wanted to feel the thrill of the game. I was made for motion, not for stillness. My story was visible but unfinished. I was a basketball behind glass, dreaming of the court. The world outside kept playing. I waited, hoping for a chance. I was a symbol, but I wanted to be a player. My purpose remained just out of reach. At night, I dreamed of the court. In my dreams, the legend held me. The arena lights blazed, the crowd roared. I felt the bounce, the rhythm, the energy of the game. We moved as one, dribbling, passing, soaring. The defenders couldn't stop us. The legend leapt and I flew through the air. Time slowed as I spun toward the hoop. The crowd held its breath. Swish! I scored. The arena erupted. I was the hero, part of the victory. In dreams, I lived my purpose, but morning always came. The glass case returned. The silence settled in. My dreams faded, but the longing remained. I was a basketball meant for greatness, trapped in stillness. The court was only a memory. The cheers were only echoes. I waited for a day when dream and reality would meet. I held on to hope even as the world slept. My story wasn't over. I was more than a display. I was a basketball with hardwood dreams. Every night I soared again. Every morning I waited. My purpose was out there, somewhere. Years have passed. The room is quieter now. The man who owns me is older. Visitors are rare. Dust gathers on my case, but the signature remains bold. I am perfect, but I have never truly lived. Outside, new kids play, new legends rise. I am a relic, a memory of a golden age. I wonder if I'll ever leave this case. Will I ever feel the court, the bounce, the game? My loneliness is deep, but hope endures. I was made to be part of a team, to be passed, to be played. Instead, I am alone, surrounded by other silent dreams. We are a museum of what could have been, yet a spark of hope remains. Maybe one day, a child will see me as a basketball, not just a collectible. Maybe the man will say yes. I imagine the glass opening, the sun on my leather, my first bounce on the court. It's a simple dream, but it's mine. I will keep hoping. I am a basketball, and a basketball must always hope for the game. My story isn't finished. The court still calls. One day I'll answer. Until then, I dream and hope.